next time.
Tell him sit down. Be humble. 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 Sit down.
Home court belongs to the Timberwolves in this one as we bring you a Western Conference matchup here live from the Target Center in Minneapolis. Welcome to the Tuesday afternoon broadcast of the NBA. This is Kevin Harlan with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. David All. Now let's get a pregame report.
Well, Kevin, he said defensively their main...
Okay, David, much appreciated. Clark, a lot of injuries on both sides with both teams coming into tonight. That can change a game, can it?
Dramatically, Kevin, because rotations are out of whack and out of sync. I mean, other players have to step up. And then oftentimes, Kevin, guys get an opportunity. They're all pros, so they step up in a big way. But it does disrupt your natural flow and rhythm in terms of rotations and how you want to play your different... units.
Now a chance, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. The starting five on the floor. On the court for San Antonio. Mills out there with Murray. Then there's LaMarcus Aldridge. Then there's Anderson. And it's Bertinason at the power forward. Aldridge a screen. From downtown, and Patrick Mills gets the three. Mills has got his first 3 points of the game.
And so it begins, taking control right up front.
And you know, Greg, that's what you like to see, grabbing hold of the lead right now, right away.
Here's Towns. The shot, no good. And San Antonio will go the other way with it. Anderson outside. Aldridge kicks to Murray. No good on the triple. Minnesota with the ball. It's a three-point game. Teague the pass to Bielitsa. He kicks to Wiggins. No good on the shot. Nice D from Aldridge. San Antonio's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Bertans can't get it to go.
And that's the shot you want to create. They just can't get it to fall.
That's what I call an everything but. Good execution, just didn't knock it down. But you're right, they're happy with that shot.
There's the screen. Aldridge with a screen on Teague. Murray, good.
Nice looking floater there, Kevin. Such a fast shot, a quick release. Really hard to guard that.
Outside Teague. Now the pass to Wiggins. Towns the screen. Wiggins kicks to Towns. That falls. Nice feed that time from Wiggins.
And you know, you got multiple options with this guy coming out of the screen. He can go pick and pop on you. He can go pick and roll. Towns can hurt you either way.
Mills passes to Bertans. Now here's Murray. Teague covering. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up. It's on Jeff Teague. One thing that Tom Thibodeau can be dependent on as a coach is giving his star players a lot of minutes. In fact, in Chicago, Clarkson criticized him for doing that. Others praised him for it. But the fact of the matter is, if you're a team leader, he expects you to be on the floor a lot and produce a lot.
Yeah, and you know, that's part of the job. Hey, when you get right down to it, if you're one of the best players, you've got to show up and do your job all the time. And you look at players who've played under Thibodeau. I mean, he's had the league leader in average minutes 3 times in his career as a coach. Said himself that he expects his guys to get used to what star players do, which includes a lot of minutes.
And one of the toughest parts about playing for the Minnesota Timberwolves is the travel schedule.
Yeah.
Clark, even interdivision games can involve lengthy flights, and the team travels more than any other in the NBA.
Yeah, and you know, everybody travels, and it is part of the league, but it is a small disadvantage for Minnesota to deal with. Not a big one, but nonetheless something unique to them as a team. Not much you can do about it, though. That's their lot, and they've got to make it work.
And the Spurs last season, how about setting the all-time record for consecutive winning seasons with 20? This is a group that's won 50 or more games in every one of those seasons except the strike-shortened one in '99.
Murray dishes to Aldridge. Mills in the corner. Aldridge a screen. Just 5 on the clock. And Mills kicks to Bertans. A three-pointer off the mark. And Greg, for the Spurs, they're so competitive. It's inevitable. They just win year after year.
Yeah, but that big three of Duncan, Parker, and Ginobili, the all-time winningest trio in the history of our league, had a lot to do with it. And as that era comes to an end, they're doing a terrific job of just picking up new star talent without skipping a beat.
Mills passes to Murray. Aldridge a screen. Murray kicks to Aldridge. Over Towns. And he gets that one to go off the front iron.
Got to respect the jump shot of Aldridge. I mean, even when the defense is in his grill, this guy still gets it off on time.
There's the pick. T kicks to Gibson. Pass to Wiggins. The shot from the low post is good. Wiggins has got 6.
Solid interior defense, but Wiggins with the body control to adjust. Nicely done.
And San Antonio calls the first timeout of the game. Clark, most great defenders are at the forward positions in the league right now.
Yeah, they are, and I tell you what, boy, you talk about Klay Thompson shooting, but defensively, he is actually, he's an instructional video, what he does defensively. He's strong, he's smart, he's disciplined, and he has tremendous lateral quickness. I don't know if there's a better defender at the wing position than Klay Thompson. I know Kentavious Caldwell-Pope is in the conversation, Tony Allen, but Klay Thompson gets my #1 vote.
And really, whether you're up or down, it's a game of adjustments.
Always. And having a good coach is critically important. I mean, you need somebody you can count on to make the right adjustment.
Some changes for Minnesota. Jang, he's checked in for Gibson. Crawford comes in for Bjelica. And Tyus Jones subbed in for T. Parker dishes to Gay. They set the pick to the inside. Here's Gasol. San Antonio again missing. Wiggins outside. Feeds it to Crawford. And here's Jones. Jang, the pass to Jones. Jang with the ball. Gay picks him up defensively. Jones for 3. Not going to go that time. And the Spurs going the other way now. Gay against Jang. Ginobili kicks to Green. Gasol a screen. Back to Ginobili. To the inside. Left block shot on the way. And he overshot that one, missing. Crawford against Ginobili. Crawford, no luck.
The inside just a bit too congested for him to get the usual shot he would have with rhythm.
Green, the screen. Green with a screen on Crawford. Ginobili kicks to Gay. The jumper from the free throw line is good.
Man, this thing is just going back and forth tonight.
Yeah, it's been a seesaw battle. Right now, I mean, as soon as one team grabs the lead, the other grabs it right back.
Here's Towns. And he makes the bucket, drew contact, and gets the whistle, too.
Come on, this is a big guy here, Towns. I mean, you got to foul him a lot harder than that to stop the shot. I mean, he's just too strong. Now he gets a chance to add one more at the line.
The free throw drops for Towns.
And you know what's impressive about Towns to me, guys, at this young age? The preparation he puts into each and every game. He's a true pro in that regard.
Now Parker. He hasn't scored yet. That I'm sure will change. Gay left side. Over Jang. No good from Gay. 1 quarter in the books, and it's been a close one so far. Timberwolves lead by 2. And we'll get it going after this from the Target Center. And the Gasol brothers, Pau, talked about the joy of sharing the NBA stage with his brother Mark.
It's like a dream come true. It's hard to really picture it. I'm just proud to be Mark's brother, and I'm proud of what he's become as a basketball player and as a man.
Well, their story is a bit like a fairy tale, the way 2 of them, sons of medical professionals in Spain, have become 2 of the best centers in the NBA of this era.
Especially when you remember what a raw talent and how big and bulky Marc Gasol was when he was drafted by the Lakers. I mean, they traded him to Memphis for his brother, and that does all seem like fiction, doesn't it?
And we got a close game here as we get back to the second quarter. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Timberwolves?
Through that first one, they've turned this thing into a track meet.
Yeah, outworking them right now, plain and simple. I mean, they've been terrific in the open floor.
On the court for San Antonio here in the second. The timeless Parker and Manu are the 1 and the 2. Pau Gasol is out there with Rudy Gay, and it's Green in at the small forward position. And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, guys, Kawhi Leonard has become a go-to scorer, but his focus still starts at the defensive end. He said, my mindset is the same every game. Whoever I'm playing against, I go in and try to stop their best scorer and then try to get myself going to the offensive end. Kevin?
And, David, that's what you get with Kawhi. Mr. Consistency, one of the best two-way players in the game.
And Tony Parker in his prime, one of the best slashing point guards this league has ever seen. Just an outstanding finisher amidst the tall players. And one season, how about he almost led the league in points in the paint, a surefire Hall of Famer.
Bielitsa, he checks in for Wiggins. The Spurs also with the sub. Forbes checked in. Here in the second quarter with a little over a minute gone. Jones kicks to Bielitsa. The 10-footer. And that one hits back iron. And a bit of a down year for Tony Parker in 2017. His lowest three-point percentage in 5 years. Lowest free throw percentage in 9.
Yeah, I mean, you'd like to see him hitting threes at a higher clip. The previous couple seasons, he shot it up over 40%, and a great way, I think, to boost his offense, even though he has slowed down a bit.
Crawford, no one around him. Good, and the assist goes to Towns.
Yes, he did. Having a big who can locate the open man the way Towns does puts a lot of pressure on the defense.
Parker kicks to Gay. The feed to Green. Nice ball movement by San Antonio. Parker dishes to Gasol. Gay against Jang. From the line. No good from Gay. Timberwolves leading by 5. Towns with it. He's got 7. They get it again. Jang. And there's the bucket. Stay with it on the offensive glass, getting it done.
And, you know, we all know about Jang's high motor. Defensively, you can't just let him float around the glass. You've got to get a body on it.
Parker outside. He dishes it to Gasol. Shoots over Towns. Again, the miss by Gasol.
And the stroke definitely lacking confidence this quarter. Nothing on target.
And that one, good. Towns has got 9.
Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
Everybody on the same page, completely in sync. Tremendous communication and awareness.
Gay against Jang. Gay can't get it to go.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on it.
And you look at the history of the Timberwolves, and there have been some incredible players. Clark, which Timberwolf player always was your favorite to watch, and why?
Well, Kevin Garnett was fun to watch wherever he played. Clearly, his early career was in Minnesota, and his intensity, his focus, his versatility, his two-way prowess. Sam Mitchell, guy I got to know when he was in Indiana, just one of those solid veteran guys. And then Kevin Love, a double-double 20-10 guy, who was really good while he was there too.
Some changes for Minnesota. Gibson comes in for Towns, and it's Teagan for Tyus Jones.
One shot.
And Clark, just how important to a team is it to have a veteran presence on it? Like, how did the vets on the Pacers help you when you were a rookie or a young player in the league?
You know what? I think it's invaluable, Kevin. I was a 21-year-old rookie. I left after my junior year at Ohio State. And veteran players, Herb Williams had been there a year or two. Guys like Billy Knight and George Johnson, Butch Carter were around. And having those guys talk about what it takes. And we were a very young team and had young veterans, but still they were invaluable in terms of giving you an example of how to go about your business to be successful as a pro.
Murray, good.
And really the defense didn't do a lot to fight around that screen on that possession.
1:52 left in the first half of the game. Gibson the screen. They set the screen. Lets a floater go, and a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot two here.
2 shots, gentlemen. 2.
For Minnesota, they have made their only other free throw attempt today in an earlier trip to the line.
And they've done some really nice work at the foul line, knocking down 80%.
Yeah, guys, they can feel very good about themselves when you bring up those statistics. Impressive numbers.
2 shots. Last from the
first. And that one falls for Crawford. Spurs making a switch here. Baertson has checked in. And that's good as he hits both of his shots.
Well, I tell you what, like how cool and collected he was getting the job done at the line in this one.
Here's Murray, 5 points in the game. Dishes to Aldridge. Lets it go from 11. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
And, you know, the length and height of Aldridge make him a tough matchup. He's a hard guy to go against, a strong forward that has an impressive mid-range stroke.
And LaMarcus Aldridge really possesses tremendous shooting touch when you consider this guy's basically a 7-footer, and he's increasing that range. Last season, up over 40% from 3.
2 shots.
And the first one at the line is good. And Aldridge doesn't shoot a ton of threes, yet he still earns his keep in that mid-range.
Yeah, on that left block, back to the basket, and with his size, that turnaround, Jay, is just about unstoppable.
Wiggins is checked in for Jamal Crawford. And so LaMarcus Aldridge nails them both.
Great touch from the line. Always important for bigger guys to be able to come through at the strike.
Outside Teague. Pass to Wiggins. Shoots over Mills. Fouled in the act of shooting. A three-point play chance coming up.
Yep, and an opportunity for one more at the line. Wiggins with the toughness to finish through contact.
Well, Andrew Wiggins, the pride of Canadian basketball, he is shown to be a very durable player, Clark, in his short career. Rarely misses a game if he ever does, and plays a ton of minutes each night out.
Yeah, and Kevin, even as a rookie, Wiggins logged heavy minutes. He often played north of 40 minutes a game. But he's so important to this team because of his impact at both ends of the floor.
Here's Mills. 1:07 left here in the second. Kicks it to Anderson. Here's Aldridge. True on the 14-footer. Aldridge has got 4 this quarter.
His mid-range game is what sets Aldridge apart from the other bigs in our league. He's about as accurate a shooter as you'll find among players with his size.
T kicks to Bielitsa. There's the pick, and Kyle Anderson gets the whistle that time. So that will be his second foul of the game. We're in the bonus, and we'll go to the line to shoot 2.
And still varying opinions out there of what Andrew Wiggins can and can't do. But one thing that's indisputable, he's an incredible scorer. Whether it half-court transition, he can flat out fill it up in a hurry.
And he knocks down the first one. And Wiggins, his young career, just getting better and better at scoring, Greg, while increasing his workload.
Yeah, and very few scorers can do that, especially from that 2-guard spot. Wiggins has that special talent where he can flat out carry an offense. Scary to think that this is a kid who is just scratching the surface.
Aldridge's screen. We've got 33 seconds left here in the second. Aldridge with a screen on Gibson. Off the pick. Mills can't hit.
A slight advantage for them in the rebound department, but that oftentimes is all it takes.
Especially, Greg, when you're scoring the ball at a decent clip the way they have. I mean, they've done exactly what's necessary to take the lead.
2 shots. 5. Elbow. 2.
The Spurs have made 3 of 5 free throw attempts.
And I think this is a strength of this team. Solid numbers at the line across the board, 77% collectively.
And this year, they haven't quite been able to maintain the free throw percentage they had last season.
Shooting 2.
Free throw, good, Anderson.
Yeah, in this quarter, they've had the right approach, driving and drawing, initiating contact, create opportunities, get to the line.
Yeah, I like everything you said there, because when all else fails, if you can get to the stripe, that's really a good way to change the momentum in the game, because you get points and you also slow down the opponent because the game isn't going up and down as much.
There's 14 seconds left in the second quarter. Outside Teague. Wiggins right side over Ginobili. Again, Wiggins missing. Anderson. The shot that time not on target. And a pretty tightly contested game here as we end the first half. The Timberwolves on top. They lead by 4. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Kevin, thank you. Andrew, the energy and effort were apparent throughout that first half. How were you able to do it?
We had a good practice, working hard, really putting things together. Keep doing that, we can come out with a W.
Hey.
All right, David, thank you. And stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime to get the third quarter started.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back, everybody. It's the Halftime Show on 2K Sports. Ernie Johnson here with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. It was a closely contested first quarter for Minnesota. They never trailed by more than 3 points, and it was neck and neck the entire period. They battled hard in the second quarter, and it was reflected on the scoreboard. And Kenny, what did you see out there from the Timberwolves?
I was super impressed with their shot selection. I think that was part of the strategy coming in. They wanted to be patient with the basketball, move it around, and get high percentage looks. Obviously, that's going to be big.
Shaq, let's get your thoughts on San Antonio.
Well, it's as simple as their offense isn't working. The complicated part is figuring out exactly what's wrong, whether it's the play calling, the execution. I think they need to dedicate themselves to running the offense more efficiently.
And now, folks, just moments away from the start of the third quarter.
The buildings of downtown Minneapolis all lit up on this lovely evening. Welcome back, everyone, to the Twin Cities. Welcome back, everyone. The second half about to get underway, and it's been a close one so far. You look at Andrew Wiggins in this game, he's been everywhere.
His points production thus far off the charts. It's only been 2 quarters, just a great effort for him for the entire half.
Yeah, and it doesn't matter where he is on the floor either, Greg. He's making it look very easy. He's looking to score the ball.
We have a close ball game on our hands as we get set for the second half of basketball. Spurs trail by 4. Gibson is the 4 with Towns in the middle. Teague out there with Wiggins, and it's Bielitsa in at the 3 slot. So that's the lineup for Minnesota. Aldridge with it. Now guarded by Towns. Aldridge, no luck.
And low percentage look on that one. Not sure what he was thinking.
I agree with you. Not a good shot, not good offense. They can get a much better look than that, but they're going to need to be patient to do so.
Teague kicks to Gibson. Clock at 6. Pass to Wiggins. Stolen by Anderson. Down low. It's stolen by Teague. And Bielitsa has it in the corner. And the 3 off target. Spurs trail by 4. And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, the Spurs have never been the flashy team in the NBA. Tony Parker said beautiful basketball is playing the right way. Ball movement, pure, beautiful basketball is the way we've played. You have all sorts of fans, and there should be something for everybody. Kevin, he told me a long time ago, if we were in New York, people would love us.
And during Popovich's time in San Antonio, the Spurs have always played together, D.A. Got to respect their team-first approach to the game. Gibson with the steal. Bielitsa with the bucket.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Well, listless and lifeless at the defensive end. I mean, especially inside. They've really got to pick up that interior defense.
And Clark, when you think back to your career, what do you miss the most about playing in the National Basketball Association?
Well, you know, for me, Kevin, because my career was cut short due to injury, I missed the opportunity to see how good I could have been on a winning team, on a playoff team. Back in the early 80s, the Pacers were building towards that, and I never got a chance to be part of a playoff team. And the camaraderie you establish in going through the shared misery and joy of competing is something that's special and unique to sports, and you really don't find it in any other venue.
The Spurs have had 7 opportunities at the free throw line and made good on 5 of them. Tyus Jones, he's checked in for the Timberwolves. And it's tied up with that one. And we're just around 2 minutes into the final half of play now. Towns, the screen. Jones kicks to Towns. The shot will not fall. Some solid defense from Gasol. Out to the wing. Here's Forbes. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist. Forbes has got the lead up to 3 now for the Spurs.
That's 3 of 4 here to start the half.
Towns sets the pick for Teague. He feeds it to Towns. Over Aldridge. And Towns gets it to go. Towns has got 11 points.
Perfect touch from mid-range. I mean, the subtleties of Towns' game, part of what makes him unique, his size and his skill set, and also his maturity as a young player. Very impressive.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Teague kicks to Jones. Second half of play, and we're 3 minutes into the third here. Here's Wiggins. Rebounded by the Spurs. Here are the Spurs with the ball. They're on a 12-4 run. Now the dish to Murray. That's tipped. That one's good. The San Antonio lead is cut down now to just 2 on the basket from Karl-Anthony Towns.
Yep, another one from Towns. There's no limit to what he can score when he's in this kind of rhythm.
Now here's Murray. 8 points for him. 6 to shoot. Here's Aldridge. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Aldridge has got 5 points now in the quarter.
Well, I tell you what, I like the clip he's shooting at. Extremely effective. If you're on defense now, you got to get the ball out of his hands.
And Pau Gasol, one of the most skilled 7-footers this league has ever seen. Whether it's the low post, high post, flaring off picks, you want the ball in his hands.
Wiggins. And it's Gasol with the rebound. And it's the Spurs ball. They're on a 14-6 run. And here is Murray. Out to the right wing. Releases. Aldridge, no luck. And Pau Gasol, a very good perimeter shooter, starting to stretch his range out beyond that three-point arc.
Yeah, his face-up game is becoming more and more prominent. Working from that elbow, he's become more of a triple threat. He can shoot it, drive it, and pass at a high level.
San Antonio calls timeout. Corky Dangs checked in for the Timberwolves. Crawford comes in for Jones. Here is Parker. We've got 1:13 left to play in the third. He kicks to Gay. In the corner, it's Ginobili. And the call will be against LaMarcus Aldridge. That's his first foul. Minnesota's gone 0 of 2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Towns, a screen on Ginobili. Crawford kicks to Zhang. Back to Crawford. Outside Teague. Over Parker. And the shot falls short this time.
Boy, they ran the offense well to get this look. Even though he missed it, I think they liked the shot.
And when you watch Rudy Gay out there on the court, you see just why he's always been a solid scorer in our league. I mean, any situation, any type of offense, he can find a way to get points, and really one of the more underrated players we have in our league.
And that one misses. And with Rudy Gay, scoring, Greg, has never been a problem for him. Has pretty much had the same level of production his entire career.
Yeah, and if you say that about some players, it's considered an insult, but it's a good thing for Gay. Usually we'll shoot in the mid-40s for this field goal percentage and solid at that small forward position. Also a great ISO game.
He hits the second from the line.
And the length and athleticism Gay offers is exciting. I mean, terrific at scoring the ball, but he can also defend multiple positions.
Towns, the screen. There's Crawford with the three. Rebounded by the Spurs. Anderson's got 3 rebounds now in this one. The pass to Parker. Back to Anderson. Feeds it to Aldridge. True on the 14-footer. Aldridge has got 7 points here in this quarter.
And now this game is becoming a showcase for Aldridge. He's been out of control. A one-man team. Now it's just a matter of getting him the ball and getting out of his way.
Here's Towns. What a play. Simply drains it in at the buzzer.
And they make sure to get the last shot of the quarter there. Nicely done.
Yeah, excellent execution that time, partner. Don't want to give the opponent any time to get them back.
It's still anybody's game as we've reached the end of 3. Spurs lead by 3. And we'll get it going after this from the Target Center. And now we take a listen into the recent huddle from Tom Thibodeau.
Keep taking, man. Keep fighting. Keep fighting. Keep fighting every loose ball. Make it hard on him. Make him hard.
And there's Tom Thibodeau focusing on the toughness and efforts he'd like to see from his team.
Yeah, he wants them to just leave no stone unturned, take advantage of every opportunity, and that's going to be the roadmap to success.
We welcome you back to what has been a good one here as we get into the 4th quarter. On the court right now for the Spurs, the timeless Parker and Manu are the 1 and the 2. Rudy Gay is out there with LaMarcus Aldridge, and it's Anderson in at the small forward. And taking a quick look here at the hustle stats for the Spurs.
Defensively, they played with a lot of energy, and the steals we've seen are a result of that aggressiveness.
They've been firing on all cylinders in the transition game, too. I mean, they've really run the break well.
A pretty free look from three-point range. The D forgot about him on that possession.
You know, Greg, I think that might have been intentional. Perhaps it was not an accident because he's typically not the guy that's taking that shot at this stage of the game.
Teague, the pass to Towns. It's Bielitsa. Chance there to take the lead. Missing. Crawford against Ginobili. And Anderson kicks to Aldridge. Passes it to Ginobili. Aldridge sets up the pick now for Ginobili. That doesn't go either by Ginobili.
Not pretty. You've just got to shake off a miss like that.
Crawford drives in. And he hits it to tie the game up.
And giving up some height, he just finds a way to carve out a little separation.
Yeah, you know, he doesn't back down from anybody, Greg. Effective at getting the room he wants and then gets his shot off in time.
Time called here. The Spurs decide to talk it over.
And, you know, Gorgui Dieng is a big man who can play both the 4 and the 5. He doesn't stand out on offense, understated there, but very valuable and solid and consistent. He's a rim protector and a space eater, but also a pretty effective rebounder, too.
He's checked in for the Spurs. Mills comes in for Parker. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
During that break, Greg Popovich really had some strong advice for his team, and he's pushing them to empty the tank. He said, I know you're tired and it's been a tough game, but we can't hold back. If you're tired, come out. Otherwise, I want you full speed, guys.
Now here's Teague. T right on him. Dieng a screen. Crawford outside. Here's Towns. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2.
Showing determination inside. Towns absorbs the contact and gets the whistle.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And that one falls, and that puts him up by 1 point. And Jang, a solid challenger at the rim with his shot blocking. Clark, he doesn't mind having a secondary role on it as long as they are winning.
Yeah, you know what? He's really comfortable in his own skin and what his role is. He's got great awareness of how to help his team. Never tries to do too much on the offensive end, and he's really good at playing with any other type of big guy that the Wolves put on the floor.
Not an A-plus trip to the line, but he did get them the lead.
Murray dishes to Aldridge. He can't get that one to fall. Towns with the defensive effort. Here's Bielitsa. He's covered by Anderson. Back to Bielitsa. Outside Teague. Towns the screen. Launches a 3. And once again off the mark by Minnesota.
Boy, strange that he bricked that one. I mean, no clue where the defense was, and tell you what, they got very lucky.
Pass to Bertens to stop the drought, and he hits the jump shot. And the Spurs lead by 1. Guys, what a game. 8 lead changes here.
And don't be surprised if it comes down to the last possession.
Towns the screen. Crawford outside. It's Bielitsa. Good on the 3-point shot.
Just a little confusion among the D as to who was supposed to be on it.
And we're about 3.5 minutes into the 4th quarter. Now here's Mills, guarded by Crawford. Aldridge a screen. The 3 from Bertans. The 3-pointer is right on target.
And that's how you answer back.
Exactly, Greg. I mean, go right back at him. Show him you can shoot from outside all night long.
Teague the pass to Towns. Here's Bielitsa. Now Towns. 13 feet away. He makes his 9th shot of the game. He has only missed 4.
Man, how about the cool, calm collectedness of Towns? Helps him come through when the game gets snug.
And Bielitsa kicks the tee. Crawford outside. Here's Towns, and the dunk by Towns.
There's the great length we're always talking about with Karl Anthony Towns. I mean, leaving no doubt about that.
Spurs trail by 3. Murray the pass to Bertens. Here's Aldridge. Bertans kicks to Anderson. Aldridge sets up the pick now for Anderson. Shoots off the screen. Second chance shot. Oh, and he plucks it off the glass. Wow. And Kyle Anderson gets the whistle that time. That will get him his 4th foul of the game.
I mean, I like the call. I thought the defense was just there a little late.
Yeah, it looked like it. I mean, he kind of slid underneath as he got to the spot, too.
Minnesota making a switch here. Wiggins is checked in. And stolen by Aldridge. Towns with the steal. Good on the bucket. Towns has got 25 points. And taking a quick look here at the hustle stats for the Timberwolves.
Boy, their hounding, harassing effort at the defensive end, very impressive. And they forced quite a few turnovers as a result.
Yeah, but they've also done a great job of playing in space, getting out in transition every opportunity.
6 to shoot. Free throw line jump shot. It falls! What a beautiful shot to bring him to within 3. Oh, and he quieted down the crowd with that shot. Big, big play.
And that was a punch in the gut to those fans.
Back to Gibson. To the middle. A rebound by the Spurs.
And it's still within reach.
But they have to be really close to perfect from here on out. I mean, they have to get their offense right on target, right on point immediately.
And an intentional foul right there.
Yeah, you can't let them hold the ball and just milk those last seconds away.
No, you got to foul. I mean, it's going to come down to free throws here. Foul right away.
Shooting 2.
Gets the first, and that gives them a 4-point cushion.
And Teague is a little reserved, but he's a natural leader, a guy who commands respect, I think, on both ends of the floor.
So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 5-point game.
2-possession game now, guys. Some very important free throws there.
San Antonio calls timeout. They trail by 5. 16 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. What do you think, guys?
It's going to be interesting to see what they draw up to get this quick shot.
Whatever it is, got to be fast. I mean, can't waste any time at this point.
And now let's present our Jordan Player of the Game, Karl Anthony Towns.
And guys, no doubt who our pick was going to be. He's made everyone else on the court look like they're playing at half speed. It's been total domination, and you can't help but just sit back and admire that performance.
And so it's San Antonio with it, trailing by 5. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. That one is on Towns.
Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
Blatant contact, straightforward call, simple.
He hits the first one, and that shrinks the margin to just 4. And so he makes both from the line.
And that makes it a 1-possession game, guys. Got to be the biggest free throws of the game thus far.
They foul intentionally. That's what they have to do at this point. So the first one drops, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. And the second free throw, no good. A tough break there. San Antonio calls timeout. They're trailing by 4. 8 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Guys, what do you think?
It's going to be interesting to see what they draw up to get this quick shot.
Whatever it is, got to be fast. I mean, can't waste any time at this point.
Over to the wing, and here's Mills from the arc. They get the rebound. There's the pass to Anderson. For 3, Murray, and that one drops.
And you can see the play calling this half. Another one from distance.
Well, they're dialed in, locked and loaded from outside the arc. It's all about the triple so far.
And so it's the Timberwolves who come out on top here. What a show they put on here at home tonight.
I mean, these are those games that feel so great to win, and really, it's like a knife in the gut to lose. You gotta love being on edge of your seat and just wondering what's gonna happen.
You think I'm me? I'm rockin' gold, oh yeah, you know. Fresh the hat go. I hear you hating on the love. Player, you should let it go. I'm not your regular. Don't call my sire. I do what I wanna do. Move how I wanna move. All the I'ma do. Don't worry about me, boo. Anything's possible. Anything's possible. Look at my rhymes. Look at my watch and the way that I hang. Put you on game. I never complain about the gold all on my wrist. I make the moves, we make it flip. Pull up in the Lexus, why they always checking. Go and get it, I've been back progression. I'm from Roberta, the slums. I then you get numb. You ain't matching, you none. You ain't matching, you nothing. School ain't for me, got the ain't about money, no discussion there. I got what you need, just hit the metro, easy busy. think, baby, I got what you need. Break it down, the way that they talk about me. You think them on me. I'm rockin' gold, oh yeah, you know. Fresher, the hat go. I hear you hating on the love. Player, you should let it go. I'm not your regular degular.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hey, Ernie Johnson here, and I'm joined by Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. Welcome to the NBA on 2K Sports. Pepsi Center, the site, Denver Nuggets, the home team, and today they'll be playing against the Los Angeles Clippers. For Los Angeles, one thing we know, they feel they match up well in this contest. It's obviously an opponent they're confident going up against. We won't have to wait long to see if that confidence is well-founded. And tonight, two top-tier centers going toe-to-toe. Obviously, the center position has become more multi-dimensional than ever. Shaq, give us your thoughts on how your position.
Oh, say does that star-spangled banner.
It's the Los Angeles Clippers and the Denver Nuggets. Welcome to the Tuesday afternoon broadcast of the NBA. This is Kevin Harlan along courtside with Brett Barry and Greg Anthony. We've got David Aldridge on our sideline. And with tip-off coming up, we've got just enough time to hear from our good friend David Aldridge on the sideline. D.A., take it away.
Well, guys, Paul Millsap has become one of the best NBA big men when it comes to getting steals. Now, Millsap says when you're 6'8" going up against guys that are 7 feet, you're not going to be able to block their shot every time. So you try to get it down low when they bring it down. It's all about being smart and using what you have. Kevin?
Thank you, D.A. And Millsap is as crafty as it gets on defense. One of the most underrated players in the game. Some impressive athletes tonight, Brett, really on both sides. How much of the outcome will come down to which team executes the best?
Yeah, most of the games decided in this league do come down to that very fact, Kevin.
Execution.
Yeah, which of these teams is going to put themselves first in position and then to do their best with the position they put themselves into. That means execution.
All right, ready to go? Ready to go?
So the Nuggets win the tip. We've got a chance here to set the floor, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for this one. Taking a look at Los Angeles, we've got Johnson. Austin Rivers is out there with Teodosic. Then it's Jordan, and it's Harris in at the power forward position.
Important to have shooters on the floor that can spread you out. Gary Harris likes to nail the deep three, and he does there.
Outside Jordan. Johnson outside. Jordan with a screen on Chandler. 4 on the clock, and it's sent back by Millsap. Chandler dishes to Harris. Feeds it to Murray. Millsap kicks to Chandler. Millsap's against Harris. Right at the free throw line. Millsap misses. And it's the Clippers' ball. It's a 3-point game. Johnson outside. Pass to Teodosic. Shoots the 3. Millsap grabs the miss. Rivers gets a wide open look. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Jordan.
Well, the deep ball accuracy is much more consistent now from Austin Rivers, learning how to be an effective shooter at this level.
Now here's Murray. Pass to Millsap. From down in the low post, it goes.
Well, Millsap really wants the shot anytime he can get it from there. That's his comfort zone.
Now the dish to Rivers. Jordan sets the pick for Rivers. Second shot opportunity. It's hauled in by the Nuggets.
And they're 1 of 5 to start this game. Just really haven't gotten into a flow offensively.
Harris against Rivers. Outside Millsap. From outside, off the mark. The Clippers have gone just 1 for 5 from the field to start the quarter.
Well, you know what DeAndre Jordan is going to give you. He's going to grab every rebound available out there and block shots defensively. And on offense, you're going to find him around the rim and finishing lobs.
And here is Harris. After Wesley Johnson just hit the three, Harris passes to Millsap. Jokic with it. Millsap a screen on Jordan. Murray, good.
And that's where Murray's speed shines through. He gives the D no time to react off that pass.
Teodosic, the pass to Harris. Jordan, the screen. Here's Teodosic. Jokic defending. The pass to Jordan. Jordan with the screen on Harris. Here's Teodosic. He's covered by Murray. That one good for 2. First quarter of action, just under 3.5 minutes played. Harris outside. Millsap sets the pick for Harris. Chandler a screen. Murray kicks to Millsap. Jokic against Harris. Jokic, no good.
Defense has to feel fortunate. Somehow he missed that opportunity, and still there's no reason for them to give up that kind of open shot.
And that was an easy one there, just a missed opportunity.
Yeah, sometimes everything can go right, but the shot doesn't go down. Nothing there is automatic.
Now here's Millsap. Chandler a screen. Murray the pass to Jokic. Puts it up. Another miss by Jokic.
The human aspect of basketball. You cannot fault the shot selection. He had a clean look. You just can't make them all.
Johnson dishes to Jordan. And there's the whistle on the shot. Took the foul. Shot misses. He'll be shooting 2. And the Denver Nuggets get called for the foul. And last season, DeAndre Jordan making his first All-Star appearance.
What a tremendous accomplishment for DJ to come into the league, immediately accept his role as a screen-setting, lob-getting big man that could affect the game with his rebounding prowess. And for him to appear in the mid-season classic, a validation of accepting your role and working within it.
That free throw missing.
I think what separates Jordan from most of the other centers is sheer athleticism, using it whenever he can on both ends of the floor.
Denver with a platoon swap here on the floor. That's off as well, so he misses both. And when the Nuggets are clicking on offense, Greg, they are a joy to watch.
You know they are, and one reason is because they're one of the better passing teams in the league. And right near the top in terms of assists per game last season. And all players on this roster at all positions look to make that extra pass to get an easy bucket.
That's in. He's got 2 made now, and he's shooting 2 for 3.
Ooh, an effortless floater from Austin Rivers.
To the paint, and stolen by Jordan. Rivers kicks to Williams. Got a hand on it.
Well, you have to like their work on the boards, Kevin, particularly here to start the game.
Stolen by Rivers. Oh, and here comes Rivers all alone. It's good. Rivers has got 7 points. And the replay is courtesy of Under Armour. Unleash chaos. It was a great sequence from the steal all the way to the finish at the other end. On the wing, Harris. Passes it to Plumlee. Harris against Rivers. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up. It's going to be on DeAndre Jordan. The Nuggets shooting their first free throws of the game.
And on the season, you know, they're hitting about 76%, which is a decent rate.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That free throw missing. He doesn't get the second one.
And lost his touch right there. Didn't see that coming. Usually, when he's hot, he stays hot.
Shot and game clock separated by 5. Here's Kilpatrick, guarded by Harris. 5 on the clock. Pass to Kilpatrick. Trying his luck deep. It's good. Great play by Williams to set it up. Kilpatrick's got his first 3 points of the game.
And how about the bounce pass there being used to perfection?
And so it's the Los Angeles Clippers bringing the quarter to a close with a 7-point lead. They have made it very tough to get a shot off against them. Their defense has been stifling. We've got more NBA basketball coming your way in just a minute. And Clippers head coach Doc Rivers told us earlier he wants to embrace criticism and embrace lofty expectations.
Expectations are good. I try to remind my players and myself